Hi everybody, I'm Paula K Bronte, your Master Appetite Technician. Welcome back again to Tuesdays with Paula. You a people pleaser? Are you a perfectionist? Do you live your life to live up to other people's expectations? It's pretty common, and it is probably one of the number one reasons that anxiety has become an epidemic in this world. Anxiety is another word for fear. And we learned very young that if we don't live up to everybody's expectations, our parents, our siblings, even school, if we don't live up to expectations, then, oh boy, we get in trouble. And worse than that, we are taught to feel bad about ourselves. If we're not living up to expectations as a child, then we've failed and we're not good enough. So we learn really young to please people, do what they want. And then we are applauded and we are okay and we're safe. Everything that we experience that is not of God, when we chisel it down, comes down to a fear of survival. So when we were little, we came to know that our survival depended on pleasing, on being perfect. Because if we did that, then we felt loved. And as a child, love is the thing that makes us know that we can survive. Because if we're loved, we'll be fed, we'll be taken care of, we'll be included in the tribe. I, as most of you know by now, live here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And the dominant culture and religion here is very, very skilled at training from a very young age that one must be perfect. And one must live up to expectations. And one must always look good. And we always have to please others. And I have many, many, many clients that come to heal from those wounds, from those programs that really keep them from being who they are, from even knowing who they are, from having any idea about what it's like to connect to their true source, to their I am presence, and know that the only person, place, condition, or thing that has any control over them is their divine self. And so when you get to that place, when you get to truly be strong in who you are, other people's expectations don't control you. The need to please others and to only have value if someone else thinks you're great goes away, because you know your own value. And you know that because you have truly connected to the source within. And the way to do that is to begin by turning inward and really doing your own inner work by first of all grounding, connecting to the earth, coming to literally breathe into the earth and give yourself a moment to separate from everybody else's wants of you and get a sense of who you are as a being of nature, as a being of this earth, as a being of divine light. All that begins with things like meditation. It begins with things like contemplation. It begins with things like exposing yourself to teachers that vibrate at a higher rate than what you're at now, and learning tools and methods and ways of turning inward and gaining self-worth and self-value. That's the biggest piece for all of it. So if you find yourself just jumping through everybody's hoops, spending your whole life doing what everybody wants and being in fear, anxiety, because you have to live up to their expectations. And if you don't, you're not good enough. If you don't, you won't be loved. If you don't, you'll be kicked out of the tribe. Then you may want to stop and say, really, what's it all for? Why am I really here? What is my life worth? Am I giving all my power away? No person, place, condition, or thing has any power to steal my joy. Every time you jump through somebody else's hoop and you live up to their expectations simply to please them, you're giving your power away and you're allowing them to steal your joy. So you get to choose. There's a world full of people that are very strong and powerful and grounded and anchored in themselves, having massive influence in the world. And then there's a whole bunch of people that are in misery and anxiety, and all they worry about is what other people think of them. So if you're worshiping at the feet of what other people think of you, you may want to switch the channel and take responsibility for the quality of your life and own your power and begin to change those things within you and in your life that allow you to live up to the expectations that the divine has for you. And that is simply to be light, to presence light, and to love yourself as God loves you. Okay, that's it. That's my thought for this week. I do certainly hope that it served you all. Bless you.